All right, so here is a great story that shows how good deeds can pay dividends for everybody. A young man whose name is Jhaqueil Reagan, 18 years old, dropped out of high school to take care of his siblings after his mom died. So late last month, in the middle of that winter storm that was shutting down all the public transportation, this kid walks 10 miles because he has an interview for a job, a minimum wage job. So he gets lost, and on his walk, he crosses paths with a restaurant owner whose name is Bouvier. And he was so impressed that this young man was going to walk 10 miles each way to an interview that eventually he offered him a job. So Art posted his experience with Jhaqueil on Facebook. That post has been liked 27,000 times, shared 7,000 times. Good story. But then they've decided to pay it forward and make the story even better. So let's chat this morning with Jhaqueil and Art, who are both with me. Welcome, guys. I'm going to start with you, if I can. Jhaqueil, give me why were you walking the 10 miles to this interview?
Well, I didn't have money for the bus, and I didn't have my own means of transportation, so my only reliable source was my own two legs. So you took off because you had to walk. And I know, Art, you ended up running into Jhaqueil. What did you think when you realized that he was walking 10 miles just to get to the interview for this job?
I thought that even with my own business to run, I had thoughts of, maybe not in this snow and ice. So here's a kid that's just going for an interview. I was pretty impressed that he would do what it took to get there for the hopes of a job, and I thought, well, he'll definitely show up for shift if he has a job.
So you offered him a job. Why did you think that he would be, you could have just sent him on his way. You could have given him a lift to the job that he was going to interview for, but you actually ended up giving him a job. Why?
Well, I didn't even know he was going for an interview when I gave him a lift. I just knew he had a destination that was far away, and it was a long walk on a road with no sidewalks covered with ice. And it was on the drive that we talked to him and found out that it was an interview. And, my gear started clicking, and I talked with my wife later, and we decided, he's probably going to be a kid that'll show up every time he's scheduled. So let's give him a shot.
He's probably a good investment.
Hey, Art, Roland, Mark,
I thought
here.
so.
Art, I talk to a lot of young folks, and they always ask the question, how do I get ahead? What's the secret? And it's amazing, few people talk about work ethic, and they talk about commitment. Is that really what stood out, the fact that someone had that kind of determination, that speaks about their character and how they will operate?
Well, it speaks about more than that. We've got a team full of kids that just go at it all day long, and if I throw them somebody that doesn't have the stamina or the work ethic, they'll reject them. So I kind of needed a fast-forward interview process of this kid will plug in, this kid will go, and it worked out. We've done it more even since then, because I just say, we're busy, show up to work, we'll tap you out if it's not working out, and if we don't tap you out, you'll get an application at the end of the day.
I love that strategy.
Wow.
So, Jhaqueil, tell me how your life has changed since you've gotten this opportunity. I know you were also homeless in addition to walking to try to get that job interview. Lots has changed for you.
Yeah, a lot has changed for me, and I've got myself an apartment now. I'm staying with my fiance and her son, and it couldn't be better.
Lots of people know about your story too, and Art, I guess one of the things I like best about this story is that your good deed really has paid off for you too. Your restaurant's busy. Folks now, are seeking you out, and you've had to hire more people, right?
The restaurant certainly is busy. Obviously, that was not the intent. I sought no media publicity. I simply put on Facebook that I had met a guy, and that should have stayed with just my customers that read my Facebook. Going viral like it did, redefining viral like it did, is amazing and awesome, unexpected, and we're now looking to put that to good use. And there's a nonprofit foundation that's going to come of it to help others.
Tell me about that nonprofit foundation, because ultimately this is like the cherry on the top of the cake. I love this whole thing. You really, and again, Jhaqueil, I think what you've done is to think about other people at a time when you really could use the help. Tell me about the nonprofit.
Okay. And Jhaqueil's asked me to be interim director and spokesperson, so I'm happy to.
It's a good choice, Jhaqueil. Well done.
Jhaqueil's delegating.
He's going to be running your company soon, Art. Careful.
I know. So there were the blessings and outpouring of support that has gone global. We've even heard from Beijing, China, and got the story back in languages I didn't know existed. And there's been so much support that Jhaqueil's immediate needs are more than met. And he and I have been discussing in kind of a mentorship role that keeping all of that even after his needs are met would be greed. It would certainly be viewed as greed, but it would actually be greed. So Jhaqueil's decided to take, after his needs are met, about 50% of the total donations will be seeded. We used to seed this foundation, the Jhaqueil Reagan Foundation, and the tagline we've come up with is doing good while treating people well. And the foundation will be used to help others in similar situations. If they have transportation needs or even clothing needs, resume skills, anything they need, if the foundation can take care of their needs, it should.
Wow, that's great. Congratulations, guys. Art and Jhaqueil, good for you. I think that's great. Jhaqueil, in 2 months when we interview him again, he'll be the CEO. You know what, I'm going to give the information out there, right? So it's the Jhaqueil Reagan Foundation. The address is 973 North Shadeland, Box 323 in Indianapolis. There's the information right there. You know what we'll tweet this out as well. Anybody who wants to follow me at Soledad_O'Brien, you'll be able to find that.
There'll be a bunch of kids going out.
Good for you guys.
Art's drive to work.
That's right. That's right. Thanks, guys. We appreciate it. Got to take a break. Still ahead.